Pro Rugby returned to the Borders as Hawick Rugby Club hosted the match between Edinburgh and Newcastle, with some famous Borderers on the pitch, including former Kelso player Ross Ford and ex-Jed Forest favourite Greg Laidlaw, who's captain of Edinburgh this season. It was going to be an interesting battle between him and Mike Blair, wearing number 9 for the Falcons. A big crowd of over 4,000 turned up as Laidlaw led the team out onto the pitch. Edinburgh took on Northampton the week before, playing well despite losing the game, while the Falcons beat Connaught a week ago in their friendly. And there was plenty of action in the opening minutes, Ryan Shortland putting up a big up and under, but Greg Laidlaw taking it well before running into Scott McLeod. But if you thought that was a big hit, how about this one? Fraser McKenzie knocking down David Denton. But the penalty was conceded and a chance for Edinburgh to take the lead. Well worth looking at that tackle again, McKenzie lining up Denton and knocking him over. But 6 minutes on the clock and first blood to Edinburgh with a Greg Laidlaw penalty. Two minutes later and Denton was on the charge again, this time getting past Scott Lawson before offloading to Grant Gilchrist. Edinburgh certainly trying to play running rugby, and Tom Brown making a few yards before being tackled by Danny Barnes. But referee Neil Patterson was playing advantage and brought them back for a penalty, and right in front of the post on the 22, food and drink for Greg Laidlaw. The Falcons scrum was solid and Ali Hogg picked up at the back, feeding out to Mike Blair, and we all know what he's capable of as he headed up the park. Good covering from the two Gregs, Tonks and Laidlaw, but Phil Godman playing scrum half and moving the ball left. Sean Cox snapped up the loose ball and took it in the other direction, and with the strong wind in his favour showed off his kicking skills as well. But Jamie Heller was back to cover. Just before the break, a third Laidlaw penalty made it 9-0, and that's how the score remained at half-time. So no tries in the first 40 minutes, but some local Hawick youngsters gave us a few while the big boys were back in the dressing room. And who knows, we might see this chap in a few years' time on this very pitch, scoring a try as good as this. But into the second half, and Falcons, with the elements in their favour, were out to do some damage and test the Edinburgh defence. Ali Hogg linking up with Jamie Heller. Some good support work from Newcastle, but Edinburgh holding firm. Constant pressure from the likes of Godman, Shortland and Tom Catterick, but Sean Cox getting a foot to the ball. The referee, however, bringing them back for a penalty, and Frank Montanella trying his luck at route one, but losing the ball in contact. Blair taking the tap and passing to Andy Saul, but Nick DeLuca up in an offside position, and that's a yellow card for him. While Edinburgh were down to 14 men, Newcastle took advantage. Shortland got his pass away to Tom Catterick, who thought he'd scored, but Cox's tackled on him just enough to prevent him from grounding the ball properly. A little knock on, and Edinburgh were off the hook. The Falcons increasing the pressure though, and McLeod looking for a try, but Hamish Watson having other ideas and sending him back. Newcastle still had possession though, and quick ball from Blair to Godman and then out to Shortland. It looked as if he may go over, but Gilchrist made a crucial tackle and they had to start again. Eventually the ball squirted out and Godman went over for the try. Edinburgh ran out of numbers, and it was a try which put Newcastle right back in the game. Sean Kennedy not able to stop Phil Godman. Godman missed the conversion, but the gap was reduced to 4 points. Greg Tonks had a good night, and this was his personal highlight. A perfectly executed up and under, but Blair's tackle was good, and the Falcons managed to clear the danger. Edinburgh were putting some good phases together, and on 65 minutes they won another penalty, and although facing a stiff breeze, Francis fancied his chances at the posts and duly stepped up to extend the team's lead to 7 points. With 4 minutes to the end, Sean Kennedy tested out Tom Catterick with a high kick. Although the fullback took it well, the pressure was on. Nick DeLuca up very quickly to make the tackle, and referee Patterson awarding the crucial penalty, which Francis slotted to ensure an Edinburgh win.
Our defence coach only arrived 2 days ago, so for us to come here and put in a performance like that, and last week against Northampton, our starting 15 was awesome in defence as well, and it's something we want to set the tone with this season. Last season our attack was decent, but our defence was shocking, and that showed in the later rounds.
And there was 48 players on the pitch. All, I think, got on the pitch in the end. A good workout for everybody. But you were man of the match.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. I think, like you said, there were 48 players on the pitch, and I think we came together well as a team, and I think that's very important. I'm happy to do my bit, which is getting us on the front foot, and as long as I can keep doing that, I'll be happy.